It's a courageous thing to do because we live in such a censorious age. And to defend Western culture seems to be to invite disdain and even cancellation. I understand you even had a bit of trouble with your publisher or proposed publishers.
Yes, I did. I was contracted, I was offered a contract to write what was then called An Intelligent Person's Guide to Colonialism by Bloomsbury Publishing in spring of 2018. I produced the manuscript at the end of 2020. The deadline was 31st of December. I produced it at 2 o'clock on the 31st of December. And my commissioning editor read it, and in January he wrote back saying he was speechless with admiration at its rigor and comprehensiveness. He said it was an important book, and he predicted it would sell up to 20,000 copies. And then it went into the copy editing process, and they produced a cover. But then in March I got an email from the top of Bloomsbury saying that they were going to postpone publication indefinitely because, to use their words, public feeling is unfavourable. And I was told informally they wanted me to walk away from my contract. I could go into the gory detail, I'll spare you. Suffice to say that eventually because I had no other choice, I agreed to walk away from the contract without any other publisher in sight. That was in April 2021. Happily, in August 21, William Collins came to my rescue and they published the book in this country and in Australia, I think in early February, and it came out in Canada and the States last week.
Well, I don't know what's happened to the idea that we ought to have public debates, contestability of ideas, attempts to get to the truth of things, but I find it a very, very disturbing development.
No, it was, and of course, when I realised they weren't going to publish it, I was momentarily depressed, partly for personal reasons, but most of all, what depressed me was the thought that we in Britain had come to the place where, you know, judging by what other people have said of my work, John, I'm pretty careful and I'm pretty thorough, and this topic was really important, and my commissioning editor said it was one of the most important books he'd seen in years, and yet it seemed that this British publisher wouldn't publish it because public feeling was unfavourable. Now, of course, we all know that public feeling is many things. There are many public feelings, but part of the market, this publisher was scared of offending, and what that implied for the future of liberal, a kind of liberal, free, open society in this country really depressed me.